G'day City on a Hill, Brisbane. Good news, great joy. I am on a travelator, not just any travelator. I am on the travelator at the Barracks Precinct here in the heart of Brisbane, arriving to go to the Palace Barracks ahead of our services that are relaunching this Sunday. When you come off the travelator, you kind of turn right this direction here, and you will find the Palace Barracks cinemas just behind me. We've got Stephen, Executive Director. We've got Jess, City Kids Coordinator. Virtual high five. There we go. So what's going to happen here, guys? We're going to have a team of welcomers outside the cinema. There'll be about 3 here. This is a really critical phase. What happens here?
We're going to get people's temperatures checked. People are going to get checked in to the services and City Kids and the Next Gen Ministries.
Amazing. So pre-registration is critical. We need your details beforehand, as there'll be a team here that'll mark you off on your way in. And hey, on your way in, hey Jess, how you doing? On your way in, you'll actually see a whole bunch of hygiene, sanitizer and so on. We'll also have a handful of face masks. And so, look, that might just be something that helps you to feel a bit safer by being out and about here for church. And so grab one of the face masks off the team at the front door. Now, I'm on the ground floor, and over here where Jess is, where is she? What's going to be happening in this space, Jess, on Sunday morning?
Typically, this is our City Kids space, but now at 10 a.m., this will be where the youth check in and where they hang out for the morning.
Amazing. So we're going to have 3 services, if you haven't heard: 8:30 a.m, 10 a.m, and 11:30 a.m. So 10 a.m, we've got City Youth happening down here. Now, we're on the ground floor, as you can see, ground floor, level 2, level 3. On the ground floor, this is where everyone comes in. If you need the lift, use the lift. Up to level 2, you'll find where the services are happening. And up on level 3 is where creche and City Kids will be. But we'll walk up the stairs and take you there now. Okay, when you get to the top of the stairs here, you're going to turn left. Whoa, over here. And as you turn left, you're going to head all the way around. If you have to check in any City Kids or creche, take them immediately up the stairs to the top level. Okay, we're up on the top level. Here we are. We've got Steve, he's waiting in line. Mate, I'm a little bit puffed. We've got Steve waiting in line. And so families, if you come up through the lift or if you come up via the stairs, you'll line up along here at an appropriate distance. Mate, this guy from Star Wars, he's already got his arms out saying, be socially distant. Awesome. And so Steve's at the front of the line here, ready to check in. Here's Jess. Jess, what happens with the check-in?
Yep, so I'll pull you up from your group. You'll checked in downstairs for our records, but we'll check you in up here for safety. I think I'm also a little bit puffed. And then kids will go into Cinema 5, creche will be in Cinema 6. So you'll take your kiddos in there, they'll be with us for an hour. Same, lots of fun, lots of games. One important thing to note is in this season, we're gonna ask you to take your kids to the bathroom before you drop them off. We're not gonna be doing bathroom breaks in kids right now. Whew. It's gonna be a good time.
Okay. This is the foyer for Cinema 5 and 6. We won't go into Cinema 5 and 6. There's some movies on, and so we don't want to interrupt the movies that are currently happening. But safe spaces, beautiful spaces, ready for creche and for City Kids. Now, we're going to head back down and find out what's next. Okay, we're back here on the main floor, 1 level up. And hey, we've actually got some remarkable news. Here's the remarkable news. If you head on over, wait, Steve's already over there. If you head on over for our first 4 Sundays, the Palace Barracks have kindly offered free popcorn for our first 4 Sundays back. This is actually, in all seriousness, if you've never been to church, if you've never been to the cinema here before, this is a reason to move to Brisbane, is for the popcorn at the Palace Barracks cinemas. It's legit. They cook it with oil.
Best popcorn ever.
Best popcorn ever. Okay, so you get some popcorn, and then once you've got some popcorn, if you're new with us, we'll actually have one of our team members kind of over here near the connoisseur poster. That won't be there on Sunday, but there'll be a clear City on a Hill banner here. And if you have any questions, you can speak to someone who's standing here, any of the others with City on a Hill t-shirts. And then we make our way down to, we've got Cinema 1, 2, 3, 4. So Cinema 1 is all the way up the end. So Crash won't be here, but we're in the process of actually making this space. It's got a whole bunch of stuff in there at the moment, but on a Sunday morning, it may not be perfect this first Sunday morning, but this will be a great space to even any nursing mums who just need to duck out for a moment, come and we'll have a couch here. And in time, definitely not this week, but even a live feed of the sermon and the service so you can even listen while you're out here. But hey, we're at Cinema 1, we're here. This is the moment. Who's excited? A little bit emotional, thinking about coming back in. Someone will give you a virtual, remember, hear the echo. Like a distant high five / wave. Welcome back to Cinema 1. Here we are, Palace Barrack Cinemas. Welcome. This is it. Now, this thing has 266 seats in it. We are not able to use all of those seats. The maximum number of people we can get in here, Steve, is?
80 people.
80 people. And what it means is, even though we're doing 3 services, we actually won't fit everyone who joined us across those 3 services. All the people that were with us before we went into lockdown and so on, we won't all fit back in. And so it's super important that you register. We also recognize that not everyone will be able to make it every week. And if you've got any sort of sniffle or any type of sickness or symptoms and so on, please stay away. Again, it may not happen this Sunday, but we're hoping to do a live stream from City on a Hill, Brisbane, 10 a.m. service, so that if you need to stay home, you can actually tune in and not miss out on what's happening in this space. But Steve, let's get a bit of better light on your face. How about that? There we go. The seating was not a mathematical, it wasn't just a 1+1 situation, right? And so after about 55 iterations of trying to work out the seating, Steve's a legend for all the work he's been doing, but where have we landed in what the seats will look like?
So for the most part, we've landed in having single seats throughout the cinema, with some seating set aside for parents with a young baby. So there'll be some groups of 3, but for the most part, the rest of the seating will all be single seats. Brilliant.
So those groups of 3, 2 parents, 1 child, small children. We won't have kids in the service. We love having kids in the service normally at the end of the service for the last 15 minutes, but just with all the COVID restrictions and whatnot, it actually works better and enables us to, God willing, engage more people, at least in this season, not having the kids come back in. So it means the majority of us will actually be sitting by ourselves, but guess what? We'll all be in it together, right? And that was actually the way to maximize the amount of people we could get in. And hey, look, we even recognize we've got a lot of people at church who are singles, who are by themselves. And rather than having single seats for the singles and couple seats for the couples and so on, actually it puts us all in the same boat. And we're all about the same distance from one another. You can actually still talk to one another from 1.5 meters away. So it's not like you're literally by yourself. There's going to be a whole bunch of other people nearby. And again, we'll all be in this together. Great, excited about this. So our services, if you didn't work it out, will be 1 hour instead of 90 minutes. And hey, what you need to do, Jess, what needs to happen right as the service leader closes out after the final song? If someone's a parent, what do they need to do?
Yes, as soon as the service ends, we'd love for you to come back to me upstairs, pick up your beautiful kiddos. Then you're welcome to still mingle in the lobby downstairs, but we need to do a pretty tight turnover of cleaning surfaces, so if you can pick up your kids quickly.
Brilliant. And parents of youth at the 10 a.m. service, you can pick up your kids. They'll have already been brought back up to level the main level, the main foyer, and you'll be able to pick them up from near the welcome info desk type of space. But hey, everyone will actually need to clear out of here relatively quickly. Let's let parents get up and go first, and then everyone else actually within a minute or two, because we need to get the palace staff in here to do a thorough clean of all the spaces we've touched and so on in between services. So your cooperation with that would be amazing. But here's the good news. Though we can only get 80 people into the service, we can actually get 203 people into the main foyer. And so what that means is, hey, with a shorter service, we want to encourage you to stick around. Again, socially distant, we're not holding one another's babies, no physical touching, any of those things. We need to kind of really take this seriously to be COVID safe. But out in the main foyer behind me, we'll have free coffee for your first time that you're here. And likewise, there's a great cafe here with some snacks that you can get involved in. Good walking back there, Jess.
I'm trying, gonna fall.
And so out in the foyer, really want to encourage you to stick around. Community can continue out there. And hey, one of the things is we've got 3 hours of free parking if you validate your parking ticket with our team. Our team will be to the right here near the Connoisseur Ice Cream. They'll be here and you can get free parking in the basement for up to 3 hours with that validated ticket. But hey, you excited, Jess, to be back?
I am pumped.
Come on, Steve, you excited?
Stoked.
Hey, he's just stoked about the popcorn, so am I. And hey, we are really excited, and things could change quickly, but the plan, God willing, is we'll be back here on Sunday, the 20th of September, 8:30, 10 a.m, 11:30. And hey, thanks, we've had heaps of people fill out the survey. Thank you to those that have filled out the survey. My arm's getting really shaky. Thanks to those that have filled out the survey. We've had a pretty good spread across the 3 services, but 10 a.m. looks the most popular, and so it'll probably fill up. So you'll need to register quickly. But hey, if you can come to the 8:30 or the 11:30 instead, maybe even just go straight for that one, and that might even allow us to have a little bit of space for some newcomers to join us at the 10 a.m. as well. But hey, we love you, we're for you, and we are praying and looking forward to seeing you face to face. If you've got any questions, don't hesitate to reach out. Send an email to brisbane@cityonhill.com.au. Registration will be open any moment now for our services this weekend. Until we see you, keep trusting Jesus.